Good afternoon, this is Dylan Kimberlin live once more from the Blacktown Leisure Centre. Currently covering the 2023 Australian Pickleball Championships. Thanks to Gemlife for getting involved for this event, powered by APP. Speaking of APP, I've got a very important gentleman sitting next to me here in the commentary booth. Would you like to introduce yourself to the Australian Pickleball scene?
Hey Dylan, thanks for having me. Ken Herman here with the APP Tour, and it is exciting and great to be here. And we're having some terrific pickleball this evening.
Yeah, so on the courts currently we have the team from New South Wales taking on Team Tonga. We've already had Team Tonga on our broadcast just before. That's a great shot there by Makawa. So furthest to the camera we have the duo of Wilkins and Amakawa. Wilkins is currently serving on the right side. Closest to camera we have Team Tonga, and they are a little bit down at the moment. It looks like Team New South Wales are a bit of cruise control.
It's a little gusty out here. The wind's definitely swirling.
Yeah, I said that to the broadcast earlier. We had a bit of a funny moment as a... I don't think wind had anything to do with that there. But yeah, the commentary booth nearly flew away mid-broadcast, so we...
And it just came out of nowhere all day long. It's been real hot here.
Right.
The players keep saying how much more hotter it is than what they were normally in this part of the Australia, and then the wind just came out of left field. Makes it really a lot more challenging for the players to be able to control the ball.
100%. We just got a... Okay, I'm not too sure. I think I believe Wilkins thought that Team Tonga had... Yeah, okay, so what had occurred there, ladies and gentlemen, was Wilkins stopped play because he thought the Team Tonga had served while the score was being called, which normally would result in a turnover or a side out. But our official has confirmed that no, the score was called. So Team Tonga win themselves a point. I mean, that's probably the most bizarre way I've seen a player win a point in the Australian scene thus far. But how's your trip been anyway? You've been down here for long, or has just got in here?
I got in here a couple of days ago, and everything's been just terrific. Everyone in Australia, Pickleball Australia, has been so friendly, so welcoming, and there's so many talented players. This is the 5th international stop off the APP tour that we've worked with, and it certainly is. I think the Australian Pickleball Open is going to be one of the premier events in the world, and has got a great pathway to do so. The volunteers have just been terrific here, and then with the leadership of Brandon, and then getting to know our president, Jennifer, it's really been a very pleasant trip.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, and you're spot on. The Australian space has been quickly blossoming. I was having a chat to a couple of our players that have been here, since the sport has effectively started here in Australia. Like, I started probably a year or so after it actually began in Oz, and the growth of the sport is absolutely monumental. Like, it's hard to describe how quickly, this is our 6th or 7th year in Australia, and we've already got 700 odd people.
Yeah, no, it's a very, very strong draw size, and I do know that Americans back home at least are looking at this tournament, and as the professional money increases, I think the quality of additional players are going to come through.
We got a ball in booth. Talking about absolute professional play, that drive there by Wilkins was perfect. As we are playing 1 game to 15, the players will swap at 8. They do have time for a timeout. We'll see if they opt to use it. It looks like Team Tonga will. We'll quickly go through to a... No, we won't. I was about to say we'll go through to a commercial break as our gazebo's blowing around like crazy. Thankfully, it's weighed down. But you're missing out on the yummy dinner. I heard them announce that they're having a big old yarn up there. We can see, as we're waiting for our players, I'll swap to our kitchen cam. Viewers at the top right of the screen, you can see a bunch of people are having a nice...
Yeah, no, everyone's been very hospitable here.
Yeah.
I was on court today with some of Australia's up-and-coming players in America. With the APP Tour, we've started off an umbrella or an arm of the tour called the Next Gen.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it's really focused on developing those 16 to 23-year-olds. And today I had 9 very, very promising and very talented young Australians in that age demographic. It was just so impressed with how well they moved on the court and how well and how clean they were hitting the ball. Interesting enough, many of them come from a tennis background where they've already spent so many years working on the technique of their strokes. And I think with tennis being such a popular sport here in Australia, that more of these tennis players are going to convert over to pickleball, and that's the pattern that we're seeing in the States.
Yeah, okay. You're spot on. I think in the last probably 2 years, the younger generation, or younger demographic rather, have really got heavily involved here in Australia, and you're spot on. Like our young superstars are an absolute marvel to watch. I tell them, oh, that's a nice net roll, Amakawa getting the point. I tell them that they make my job easy because they go out there and entertain.
They were inquiring. After we got done with our session, I talked to the players for about 20 minutes about what is it like being a full-time professional in the United States, and the traveling and the tours and the areas that are now developing for the pros, the opportunities. So that was good. And everyone's always like, well, what's Paris Todd like? What is, what's Anna Lee Waters like? So I always get all those kind of questions. So it's good. It definitely, I was surprised at how intense people were following the tours in America. So that's exciting. It was exciting to see.
Yeah, it's interesting in a way. Like here in Australia, I come from a baseball background. I played for a long time, and basketball's huge here. We do watch a lot of American sports, so it's no surprise that pickleball, our players love the scene over there as well.
I think Pickleball Australia will continue to develop and provide opportunities for not only the pros but all the grassroots players that will continue to develop champions. And Australia, I think, is going to be right in the thick with the top countries as the sport continues to grow. And we're having a hands battle up here.
Whoa! What a rally!
Eyeball to eyeball.
Yeah, that's awesome. And let's talk about that with the actual play style. I'm so curious. I talk to quite a lot of our friends that come over from the States. Do you find the Australian, like from what you've seen, do we play any different from the States? Is it slower?
Well, I think the game has just evolved. I mean, the game has sped up so much, especially in the last 18 months. But yes, the players in Aussie, they're ripping the ball here too.
Spot on. And it looks like our team, New South Wales, have taken the victory. But we aren't going to close the stream here, ladies and gentlemen. We will jump straight into the next game, as I can see Team Victoria are wandering over, so no doubt we'll jump into that now. While we're waiting, we'll quickly go through to a couple of our sponsors. Once again, thank you to Franklin for being the official ball of the Australian pickleball scene. Thank you to Engage for being the official paddle of the Australian pickleball scene.
Things have a funny way of sneaking up on us. You play once, and you want to play again and again and again. You find yourself in driveways, courts, clubs, tournaments. You ask friends, colleagues, or even someone new. Today and every day, we celebrate the athlete in all of us. It's time to get out and play.
Who's to say who's young, who's old? Age is complicated. Most people really stop getting older at age 26, but their bodies just don't get the memo. Hidden inside most over 50-ish-year-olds is the soul and spirit of a 26-year-old, just in slightly different packaging. Why waste time wondering when you could be enjoying? What are you waiting for?
Welcome back. We've just got two of our teams currently warming up. On the left side of court, we will have Team Victoria, Bianchi and Carr. Oh, no, sorry, that's Frisbee. That's not Carr. Carr plays for South Australia, Dylan. What are you doing? And they are up against none other than the duo of Sarah Burr and Martin Clark. We were just having a yarn about Sarah. You mentioned that she featured over in the States in some of your events, and she was lucky enough to medal.
Yeah, Sarah spent some time over in America and did well. She was very well liked by many of the pros. I first met Sarah and her husband at APP Houston last year, and then they spent time down there, and then she actually medaled at APP Mesa this year. Very good strokes, lefty. What I love about Sarah is just her fitness. I mean, when you're in a pickleball tournament, you're playing all day long, and there is no way that Sarah, her fourth, fifth, sixth match is going to lose any energy whatsoever. She is going to, if she's going to lose, she's going to lose because the opponent just outplayed her, but her fitness certainly is not going to be any component of that. So she's a terrific competitor, and I think better keep those paddles up. It's going to be game on.
Yeah, spot on. And it's something that we should definitely mention. A lot of our viewers here in Australia, they might be new to the tournament space, or they might be looking to get into their first tournament. We have quite a few new players for APC 2023, as immediately first points will go to Team Queensland. But you mentioned fitness, but also how long a tournament takes. For a typical APP event, if you were going to go play in States, how long would you be expecting?
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, we're limiting the pros draws. Pros draws are a draw of 32, and what we've done is we've created Championship Sunday, whereas if the gold medalists get there, we don't make them play that day. For many of them, that could be their fifth or sixth match of the day. So we found that the pickleball, when we used to play the bracket all the way through, wasn't that good, because at the end it was a matter of just who could stay on their feet the longest. So now we're bringing the finalists back and having a nice family gold celebration day with all 5 gold medalists on Sunday. We saw right now in the States, we're running the APP Atlanta tournament, and we had qualifier draws of over 64 players wanting just to get into the qualifiers.
That's amazing.
So we stopped the qualifier draw at 32 and held that for the men's singles and men's doubles and mixed doubles divisions. And then, 4 qualifiers made it to the pro draw. Luck cord there.
Yep.
And then the bracket goes accordingly. So it's a doubleheader this weekend for APP. We're here in Australia and the States, and then I've got to take a flight back tomorrow to be back for Championship Sunday in Atlanta for Sunday.
It's fair to say you'll be nice and tired.
Sarah with the around the post. Oh.
Sheesh. I was about to say you might be a bit tired, but if there's events like this on your course, you'll have no trouble staying awake.
Good. Let's go.
Alrighty, so what's occurred here is our official Delaney is just letting Burr know, once again, she served without score being called. Now it's funny because Burr has been in basically every tournament in Australia, so she knows that rule well and truly. Even the veterans can make errors at times. Bianchi to Burr. Burr with the pop-up. Puts it away.
Such a good ball. Sarah covers that middle with her forehand.
Well, it's funny. The duo of Burr and Clark were one of the first, I guess, really prominent right-left-handed combinations that we see here in the Australian pickleball scene.
Okay.
As you can see, Clark on attack, Bianchi unable to get it back. But I guess in the last year or so, things like stacking, switching, and whatnot has become a lot more prominent.
Very common.
Here in our
very common
scene as well. So it's good.
And then what player is going to play the left, and what player feels more comfortable on the right side?
Spot on. It's a nice shot there by Frisbee. Second server.
Here we've got a beautiful night. The winds died down, and then all the people here are enjoying the matches, and then everyone having a celebration upstairs, watching the opening day of the pro play of the tournament.
It's been a very good Friday. The thing with the Australian tournaments is it's so nice, the social aspect of it. Everyone it's like a big. You go to a small country town, I suppose. Everyone knows each other. But as we get more and more numbers, there's people you don't know, but it's still the same vibe. That ball has gone long.
Yep.
So Team Victoria will have to pull their socks up here if they want to get some points underway. A solid lead for Queensland. Speed up underway.
It's risky to speed that ball up unless if you really see an opening there. Sarah had her paddle up and was ready to go.
Well, we talked about that right-left combination. If you hit it in the middle against Burr and Clark, you know all about it.
Yeah, ball got a little too close on him on that attempted third shot drop.
So you would have seen that we have some indoor courts here.
Yeah.
Does the APP do any indoor events, or is it all just outdoor?
Sarah's on the attack, and she was ready. We are holding the APP, our indoor championships will be held in Chicago, and very similar to what was done this year at the English Open, we are bringing in 25 Pickle United or True courts and laying those on inside the convention center. This year at the English Open, which is I think probably the premier tournament right now in Europe.
Yeah, right.
42 courts they rolled inside, and they did a
goodness.
fabulous job. Over 1,100 players played in the English Open this year.
That's incredible.
So
I don't know if you know, but Australia and England have a bit of a sporting rivalry.
I've been told.
Yeah.
I've been told.
So, because we've had our New Zealand friends participate and do quite well in this event, actually, I would love to see a bit of a New Zealand, England, Australia pickleball rivalry.
Yep.
Very common in most of the sports that we play. That's a great recovery. Still
She
in.
got it.
Frisbee with the reset.
Sarah's looking for that forehand, and she got that forehand.
Great topspin generated. Yeah, indoor pickleball is quite common here in Australia just due to the heat and whatnot.
Sure. Well, more indoor facilities are being built
Yep.
in the United States right now.
Oh, what a shot.
Out of the 16 tour stops this year, we have one event that was indoors. We always try to provide a backup indoor facility, especially on Championship Sunday if we end in a rain situation,
Yep.
because the pros want to get the matches played.
100%.
So we've always got that backup for them. But from a tournament, when I wear my tournament director's hat, not having to deal with rain delays and heat and players wanting more time for recovery, an indoor tournament certainly is very appealing.
100%. I think we have quite a lot of rain here in the Australian pickleball space, especially as we are in spring currently, so rain's going to become a lot more prominent very soon. We currently have Team Victoria hanging around. And that's called the commentator's curse, as Frisbee hits it into the net. 5-1-1, Martin Clark bringing it in. We can see Bianchi and Frisbee opting to switch. She has a very strong double-handed backhand. Five, 1-2.
Ball got too close to Sarah.
Yeah. So
Got jammed on that ball.
paint us a picture, if you will, for the Australian pickleball viewers for down over in the States. How long have you been involved with the sport for?
Back in 2019, I launched the APP tour, and I was the first tour that was launched.
Okay.
And immediately had a relationship with USA Pickleball, which is our governing body, just like Pickleball Australia is the governing body here. And really was on a mission to work with USA Pickleball as the official pro tour and continuing to bring enjoyment to people's faces, whether it was at the pro, senior pro, or grassroots level.
Oh, what
So
a rally.
that-
Sorry.
No.
Getting involved. Okay.
And then other organizations have gotten involved, and that's wonderful because there's so many great opportunities now for the pros to be involved with. So it's nice that the pros are making a full-time living
Yep.
and are doing a sport that is near and dear to their hearts.
It's good to hear. I think just got a 6-1-1. This game's gone on for quite a while, but the score hasn't really moved up a dial.
Well,
Is that in? We'll
that
see.
caught. All 4 players are returning well
Yep.
and putting a lot of pressure on the servers. Let's see what happens here. That return was a little short. Sarah got a good rip on that ball. She's coming in. All 4 players on the line.
Oh, Frisbee just getting caught.
Good point, everybody.
Looks like we have a ball on court from our players just next to us. We have the other Oceania players playing right next to us as we're speaking. Sarah Burr still bringing it in. Currently 7-1-2. Our official Delaney's just confirming where the players should be standing. That rule obviously affected everyone because we follow the USAPA rules here in Australia
Correct.
as well. Did you find that switching rule was a positive one for over in the States?
A lot of mixed reviews on that. The referees,
okay.
a lot of the referees were not in favor of the rule.
Okay.
You know, they really die hard to the USA Pickleball
Yeah,
code of
traditionalists.
conduct.
Yep.
And, made the comment that if an NFL player's not in the right position, is the umpire going to yell at them? No, you get a flag.
Yep.
So there was a lot of controversy about that. But the rule's been put into place, so we're going to try it this year and continue to move on.
Yep. So if you are wondering what we are talking about, there was a recent rule change where if you stood in the wrong spot of the court and you were to serve it or receive the ball, you would essentially lose the point or your serve for that play. But now the official has to let you know whether if you're standing in the incorrect spot. So I know the Australian player base, I guess we haven't been around in the sport as long as some of the players that may be a bit more set in their ways. So majority of the players here have accepted it, and it's a positive thing. I know the referees have appreciated it.
I've had a couple of APP finals where it's so, 10-10, 11-11, 9-9 in the third game, and it's championship point or a key point, and the team just loses focus
Yep.
of where to stand on the court, and it gets called just like that.
Yep.
And it can be a little Debbie Downer-ish
100%.
to lose a match like that.
Yeah, I guess it removes all, well, not all forms of controversy, but a large form of it. Oh, the Ernie's there by Burr. Causes the pop-up for Clark.
Great hands.
Oh, Bianchi's
Another great hand.
staying alive. Look at the dancing. Oh!
Point of the match.
Wow.
Great hands.
Oh,
That's
Tina.
that old theory. You just got to get that ball back one more time.
Yep. Well, she had her shoes on, was dancing all over the court. Well deserved. We had another Ernie attempt here for Burt. Speed up. And Bianchi
Yep.
starting to warm up.
Yep, Sarah didn't have her paddle up, got caught. Little momentum change here.
Yeah.
Playing Sarah out wide.
Gentleman getting involved with the dinking as well. So I don't know if you're aware, but it's a massive week in sports here in Australia currently.
Big week in
Yeah.
sports. I can tell you about how much my airfare was coming to here.
You picked the worst week to travel to Australia. Yeah, in Sydney of all places too, we have the rugby on and the AFL down in Melbourne. Unfortunately, our Victorian friends will be missing out on that. Actually, so will our Queenslanders because the Brisbane side's playing in the AFL final.
Oh, neck. Oh!
Bianchi nearly got caught like a fish. Unfortunately, the net bit not being a friend there. Oh, just short.
Yep, she was a little off her line.
I was saying in the broadcast earlier today that we have an absolute army of referees for this game, this tournament. We have the referees cohort is quickly growing here in Australia, and it's amazing to see these tournaments don't go ahead without them.
Well, the referees are a big demand for the APP Tour back home.
Yep.
And it is always my goal to have a referee on every court, whether it's pro, senior pro, or amateur, front draw or back draw, to just heighten that player experience for the players. A lot of them travel. They're spending airfare, hotels, lodging to come play that, and I really want them to feel like it's an experience more so than just another rec game. So we do try to make the effort to have as many matches refereed as possible.
Yeah,
I always get a little. Players always get a little more nervous when there's a ref out there. They got to watch their line, not go in the kitchen.
Well, it's funny. I was talking to a couple of our refs today, and the thing that they're drilling down this particular tournament is serving. Just ensuring that the players are doing the correct service,
not hitting the ball above the waist.
Yep. That's right. I believe I just heard that as 14, so this would be a game point situation for Burr and Clark. Got a lob attempt. Pop up.
Good defense by Sarah.
Oh, Clark unable to capitalize.
Great defense. Crowd very appreciative of the caliber of play.
Yeah, 2-14-1, that's a side out, so Victoria staying alive. Return is good. Frisbee with the 5th drop.
The lights have come on.
Long. Just. Frisbee to bring it in.
It's hard to put a pickleball away with the overhead.
Yeah, just long again. Bit defensive there from Victoria, trying to scramble. 14-2-1, Sarah Burr to bring it in. This is a game point situation for Team Queensland.
Ooh. Looks like she changed her mind.
Oh, we all do it. She's only human. And that'll do it.
There it is. Missed return.
Team Queensland will take this victory. And the players will pop back off. It looks like we've got a team from WA wandering over to our court. And I'm going to have to get consent from our young fella whether I'm allowed to show him or not. So I'm going to quickly change our camera view there. I'm going to close the stream there, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back soon, pretty much as ready as the players are. But are you going to stick around? Or are you going to enjoy some of the yummy food that's available? I'm eyeing off that dinner right now. Look at them all. They're all having a ball. But whether you do want to stick around or not, let us know. But
that'd be great.
If before you do take off, if you do, if our Australian cohort were to look at the APP or get involved with the APP, how would you recommend they do so?
The Australian...
Just the Australian pickleball scene, if they wanted to watch some APP footage or...
Yeah, so APP, we YouTube on the APP TV YouTube channel, so a lot of great matches. I know Championship Sunday for Atlanta will be there. We're 15 hours ahead here in the States. So Sarah Burr's like, I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm watching pickleball. So I that was very interesting. Yeah, so we've got that, and then I know some of the linear television that we have worked with. I don't know if those channels are seen here in Australia. So YouTube's probably your best avenue to go.
And social media, like, is there any particular platforms?
We got we have our Facebook, our Instagrams, our tweets, everything all through the APP channel. So that's all good.
Fantastic. Well, we will close it up for now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back live very soon. Our official Kylie Dunn's wandering over to me as we speak. Actually, I might just mute the stream. I won't close it for here because Dunn has... Oh no, it wasn't Team WA. We got Team Tasmania instead. My apologies. I'm going to quickly mute, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back soon, as soon as the players are Welcome back. This is Dylan Kimlin. Quickly ran over and got all of our Hello, welcome back. This is Dylan Kimlin once more. I quickly had to run over and get the players' names ready to go, but we are back and looking good. Pretty awesome to have the big boss from APP himself, Ken, jumping on, having a yarn with us all. We thank him very much for doing so. He's an incredibly busy man. How good is it to hear straight from the horse's mouth how the scene over in the States is doing, and also how our players here in Oceania are doing in comparison. We've got another game going underway here for the Oceania Smash Clash. Good start here for Team Tonga. They're getting the first points of the game. Takiaho and No Way are up against the team we haven't showed yet in this event, which is Team Tasmania. It's currently 1-1-1. Sinclair with the pop-up. Wow, No Way ripping that one away. King has called it out, but our official Dunn has confirmed it is in. Team Tonga, nice little lead here. Currently 2-1-1. Currently 2-1-2. It's so cool to hear that the American audience are paying attention to our scene here in Australia, and now that we've got our friends from New Zealand and Tonga getting involved as well, we can all grow as a community, get international exposure for our player base. Currently 2-2. Oh, nice drives. Team Tasmania on the attack, taking the lead. That'll be a 3-2. King to bring it in. That'll be 3-2-2. Temperature has dropped a fair bit here in Blacktown at the moment. Oh, No Way defending. Oh, the ball's still live. Team Tonga win that one. Scrambling defense. They've earned themselves a side out. Two, 3-1. Great serve, nice and deep. Three, 3-1. If you are just tuning in, well left. Sinclair letting that one go. If you are just tuning in, all of our games will be found on the Pickleball Australia Facebook page, Pickleball Australia YouTube channel. 3-3-2. I believe they will also be on the APP YouTube channel after the event. 4-3-2. Once again, we thank the APP for getting involved with our Australian Championships. Lob has gone long. Three, 4-1. Oh, nice hands. Team Tonga striking the ball very well. Three, 4-2. Four, 3-1. Oh, what a shot. King ripping down the line. Well placed. No way to bring it in. Oh. Drive there by Takiaho is good. Five three. Oh, the poach is there. We have a switch here from Team Tonga. Unsuccessful. 3-5-1. Their roll is good. King to serve. Side out. Well left. Discipline there by Sinclair to let it go. Oh, good hands. Dinkrelli underway. Who's going to strike first? No way with the lob. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Team Tonga combining there. Really well placed. Six 3-2 currently. Oh, beautiful third shot drop. Taukeiaho playing very well at the moment. 7-3. Team Tasmania got to find a way to dig deep here. The players will rotate as that's 8. So cool to see all of these regions battling it out. The players have a brief break during the swap. They are allowed to do so. Go through to a quick commercial from our major sponsor, Gemlife.
Who's to say who's young, who's old? Age is complicated. Most people really stop getting older at age 26, but their bodies just don't get the memo. Hidden inside most over 50-ish-year-olds is the soul and spirit of a 26-year-old, just in slightly different packaging. Why waste time wondering when you could be enjoying? What are you waiting for?
Welcome back, and once again, thank you to Gemlife for getting involved. They've been involved with the Australian pickleball scene for quite a long time now. We thank them very much for doing so. It's currently 4-9. Team Tassie not going away. Currently 4-9-2. I'm just reflecting upon the discussion we just had, and that to hear that the English pickleball scene is booming. Oh, I'm a big fan of cricket and rugby union. I can imagine the friendly rivalries we would have between us and England. Very happy to hear that our sorry. Oh, we had a foot fault. I was about to say King was about to wallop it. Very happy to hear that the English pickleball scene is doing so well. Would love to see some of their players come across. (11-5-1). Official Dunn was just correcting something with the players. Team Tonga looking really good right now. 12-5. Lob is there. Smash attempt goes wide. Team Tonga 2 points away from victory here. (13-5). No way to serve. She absolutely rips those balls on the serves. Sinclair unable to get it back over. This is a game point here for Team Tonga. 14-5-1. Drive attempt just short. (14-5-2). Oh, drop attempt is great. So is the smash there from Sinclair, ripping that one along. (5-14-1). Good dinking. No way winning that exchange. King will have the ball. 5-14-2. Pop up. Team Tassie get one back. Can they start to build some momentum here? Currently 6-14. That was an amazing shootout. I think Team Tonga won that exchange. Yeah, they did. Well placed. They find themselves in a game point opportunity here. 14-6, so he's playing to 15 right now. Oh, well placed. Nice drop. (14-6-2). Team Tasmania survive. King to bring it in. 6-14-1. Currently 6 here in Blacktown. Sun is more or less set. Slightly, I guess. 6-14-2. Drive attempt. Rather, drop attempt is successful. Oh, just short. Once again, game point opportunity for Team Tonga here. And that's gone long. Tonga will take the victory. Well done. So players tap paddles. We will finish it up here for now, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we have plenty more games underway. I'll just close down the stream and restart it as soon as our next set of players are good to go. Once again, catch all this footage currently live on the Pickleball Australia Facebook page, Pickleball Australia YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all tuning in. It's been a wonderful event thus far, and we have plenty more awesome games to go during the weekend. This is Dylan Kimlin. We'll close the stream for now, and we will see you back live very soon.